What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Heel Carmichael, and welcome to another installment of Heel Thoughts. And this topic is about AI. This is something that I was always want to talk about for a very long time, and I've seen it a lot. I've seen it through mostly through social media, TikTok and Instagram, a little bit on Facebook, but mostly you see those two platforms. People was talking about it through podcasts, either sports, movies, you name it, any kind of media. But AI is very, very important in our life. Either we hate it or love it. But you gotta think about it. Back in the day, you used to use Photoshop for class project when we was in elementary school or middle school. But now, I don't know, they teaching it now either in high school or college or somewhere. People gotta learn to use AI. Hell, even Photoshop is using AI right now. Now, why I talk about AI? You gotta think about it. To be honest, AI is a tool or a concept tool. No matter what how you use it, it's a end of the day, it's a tool. People using it for art, writing, music, or even project. For the art side, people using it for concept art. If you have an idea and you just want to give some some plan before you want to make it to a final art, that'd be a perfect use for AI. The most popular AI I can think of is, well, the most well known is Chat GPT. That one, Google AI, even Perplexity. But the most popular one right now to this day is Chat GPT. Because anything you want from your mind, put a little prompt, Chat GPT will get you. But if you try to take it to like a deep trenches of it, it will get lost. And trust me, I've used it, and I would say it's very relatable in some cases. But you could use it for art, for like I said, for art concept design for a comic book if you're a writer. Now, for me, I'm a comic book writer. Yes, I use Chat GPT for art concept for the character designs or locations or even some kind of ideas just to show it to the artist so that person who can draw have a better idea or put a little twist into it or have their own version of it. So once the final product come out, they know what they can work with and what the final product look like if you put it on comic book, graphic novel, or even on a newspaper, either on paper form or digital. So that's the way I see it. Now, as far as writing goes, you could use it for idea. Like I said, concept idea, not a final idea. Because if you use it as a final idea and if it don't look right, it will come out pretty shitty. And trust me, I see some shitty stories in my days. But for writing, if you put up like an idea, like a plot, the character and setting, the prime example, Chat GPT will use it and will help you out, or pretty much give you like a blueprint what to do. And once everything you needed, you can fill it out for yourself or add some more depth into it. Now, if you use it for a comic book script, in which I have seen it, as a writer, I advise you not to do it. It may look good on the first run, but if you read it again, no. I will advise you not to do it. But use it as a concept, use it as an idea, as your influence your mind, influence your ideas. So when you start writing, you get better, clear idea what kind of direction you want to do. Either a script or a comic book, or pretty much comic book or animation. Then we get into music. Now, there's another app right now. It's called Sono. Sono is where you can produce a beat just to put a little prompt together, and wherever the music sound come out very professional. So that's part of AI, tools as well. And I kind of like the idea of using music. If you don't have like a big, expensive equipment, or you try to have an idea, that will be your go-to, or any other AI music ideas as well. Now, if you're just a regular person, who's not in like a industry or try to make money off it, but you just want to use it for hobby or just a simple project, like you're a college student or just a student of any grade, and you need some help, and you try to find some ideas, that would be a good way to use it. Not copy and paste, because I don't advise of cheating. God knows. But if you're a college student and you try to use it as a guideline, try to help you try to make a good paper, that'd be a good useful tools to use as well. Being use it as a just like I said, like a guideline, like a bullet point for your schoolwork. Now, as long as you put your 100% effort into it, or let's say realistically 95% and 5% AI, you're all right. We're not here to judge you. If you're using it and 5% of it and the rest of it is mind and education, then you're good to go. Now, from the AI, of course, we got to talk about how it affect the talent and how it affect the business. If you bring up AI in front of an artist or pretty much any art community, it will spew out hate, because artists hate AI to the teeth. You even mention AI around your art buddies, they would look at you different. They would disown you. Hell, they even kick you out from the group chat or even art community, because they look at you as a villain. Look at you as oh, you one of them people or a sellout. And I get that, because when people create art, they do it from the soul. From the soul, from the experience, and from the talent. And it take time. It take years of dedication to craft their art. Meanwhile, in AI, it take a split second. Like you could type in three little thing you want, and boom, it take nothing but a second. But if you ask an artist to paint, it would take days to weeks to master the the craft and come out masterpiece. Because it take a lot of time to do it. Even with animation, for creating an animation or anime, it would take them maybe a year or two. Like, I don't know what article I read. It was Enter Spider Verse, where they had to create this big chase scene from Enter Spider Verse. It took them, I believe, 2 or 3 years just to make that one scene, and which is amazing. Yeah, I can only imagine how long it take for them back in the '90s and the '80s when you create a beautiful masterpiece anime. It would take them like even longer than that. But now, if you want to create an anime, it would take you a minute, a minute for a fast paced action sequence or even a full fledged episode. However, there will be some flaws and there's some mistakes. I've seen it as well. But people in the industry or people who's artists, they don't see it that way. They see them as a threat, because each time you see a AI just doing a phenomenal job, and yes, I give them their flowers. It got the studio shook. It got the people shook, and people have lost their position. Like there's one article I read about this guy who's working at a Hollywood film, and he showed him it. Well, actually, the director asked the art director to create a costume or a set. So the guy used the Chat GPT as a reference so he could make his own version of his art or his idea. So he bring it back to the director, and the director look at the Chat GPT artwork and compare it to his. He decided to fire him and use the AI photo or the art, because it's way more quicker, it was way more faster versus a guy doing it taking for a whole week to do it. And it's kind of scary for everybody, and I get it. And my only advice I would say is either you adapt or get left behind, and that's the truth. I know it's kind of fucked up, but that's the truth. And nobody will have the balls to say that, but your boy Hugh. And and right now is a battle between heart from an artist versus AI of a machine. And That's a big battle right now between AI and talent. And plus, people are taking advantage of it, and people are making money off of it. I think I think only two people I've known so far who use their likeness for AI, and they walk away with big bucks. So that means you getting paid when somebody else is using your likeness for a commercial, or TV show, whatever, and you don't have to step foot into the studio. And I think there was a female basketball player using their likeness for AI, and this person get paid like 60 million for it. So AI is a business, and it's gotten so huge, people making money off it, and plus people won't have to step foot in the studio. All you gotta do is use your likeness, and the studio will pay for it. And we're gonna see that even more from the small studio to a big studio. And and by humble opinion about this, to me, AI is a tool, like I said from the beginning. And how I feel about it, am I worried? No, I'm not. I'm not worried about it. I just learned to adapt and just keep pushing forward and use my 100% talent. Because when you write something, it came from the heart. Yes, you use AI to use it as a tool, like I said before, because you don't want to create a story or art, and someone walk up to you and say, "Oh man, this art looked like this one, or this story looked like that one, or this remind me of the other one," because they always love to compare. But if you use AI and create that lane for you, yes, it will help you and guide you, not to do the work for you. Now if you the AI doing the work for you, then you're a lazy person, you're not talented, and you take away real talent for somebody. We've seen that happen before. Somebody get disqualified using AI art in a state fair. True story. But for me, I say AI is a tool. There's nothing to be worried about. Yes, AI do take jobs, but it's not gonna stop us. So I would say keep grinding for our community. Keep hustling. Keep on grinding. Use your talent, and either adapt or just keep pushing forward. So therefore, that's my heel thoughts. I'm glad you enjoyed. Hit the like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to support the channel. Until then, I'm your boy Heel. Goodbye.